So here we are back with our Arduino. Today we have set up what is essentially the brain for our project that we're going to be working on over the next couple of weeks that we'll be building up. But essentially what we're building is a robot that can drive forwards, right and left, and also sense a light, whether it's above or below it, to know where to go as it's led by a light, and also to avoid collisions. And so here we have our breadboard set up. We have 5 buttons here with 5 sequential lights as well, each one representing a different function. These 2 outer buttons here, they're meant to represent whether or not the servo should be moving up or down to read the most light. And also the 2 inner ones are meant to read whether the motors are supposed to be going left or right. And the center button is a collision detection, where we'll have a ultrasound sensor on the front of a robot to detect whether or not there's objects in front of it that will impede its motion. And so here we have a couple of different driving states that we're trying to test out here. If we want to drive right or left, when you push this button, you'll see that just the left LED will turn on. If you want to drive right as well, it'll only drive right. But say the light is both to the left and the right of the robot, it'll drive straight, engaging both motors. But if we're driving right and a collision is detected, this collision detection will turn off any motors. So even if we're trying to drive straight, once our collision is detected, it'll turn off any motion. Also, we were hoping to have a servo that can move up and down to get the most light possible. So if the light is, say, below the robot, it'll move our sensor down. If the light is above the robot, it'll move the sensor up. And if the light is just right ahead of the robot, no motion is needed, and so the light will turn off, and vice versa. And the most important thing here as well is that even if we are in collision state, the servo is still able to move up and down. So say we were driving to the right. Let me get more fingers here. Driving to the right, it'll turn off our motor, but not our light detection. And same thing on the left. If you're driving to the left and the light is above, collision detection will turn off the motor, but not the servo. And that is our breadboard.